Hello, my name is Rachel and I like playing with makeup. So I thought today we would do something I haven't done in a while. I thought we would do a little chatty get ready with me. So I will be getting ready to film a video. It's like one of the biggest challenges of me filming videos is getting my makeup on. So once in a while you just gotta film it. But also I wanted to talk to you guys about some stuff because there's all sorts of stuff going on in my life. And also I have a few products that I found, these two lipsticks and this brow powder, which I think is awesome, and all these pretty colors. Normally I do use just colorful eyeshadow for my brow powder, but these are actual brow powders. So I give those a try. And these two lipsticks, these are all from the Dollar Tree, so they were $1.25 a piece. The lipsticks are two different shades of metallic. There's smoked silver and copper rose. So I am curious to try both of those. And then I did stop at a TJ Maxx Home Goods because I was looking for some specific Halloween stuff that I'd seen some other people post that they'd found at TJ Maxx Home Goods, and I didn't find what I was looking for, and I managed to avoid impulse shopping. They have a lot of cute stuff, but that's another thing. I won't be doing many Halloween hauls this season because I'm moving. Like my whole life is like kind of in chaos right now because I'm moving in the next like month and a half. But at TJ Maxx I did get this adorable, it's a shower cap, and I do use shower caps on occasion because, you know, I don't always want to wash my hair or get it wet, to try and keep the color longer, and I am way overdue to recolor my hair. My roots are super long and my color's all faded, but you know, whatever. Anyway, but look how cute this is though. It's got like little bats and moons on it, and it comes in this little plastic container with suction cup so you can hang it in the shower. Not that I would hang my shower cap in the shower, I keep it with my towels. But yeah, I got that. And then I did get the set of magnetic eyelashes. One, because I do like the little wispy lash, and two, I needed more magnetic eyeliner. I have a ton of magnetic eyelashes, but all my eyeliners have dried up because they only last a few months. And I reuse my magnetic lashes a lot. So I did just pick this up because it was like $5. And that's about it. I could have gotten off of Amazon a set that had like 5 sets of lashes and a tube of the magnetic liner for the same price. But yeah, I was like, I'm here, I'll get it. It's not super expensive. And I do like that lash. A lot of times those sets that I get have lashes that I don't wear because they're just too big and thick for me, because I do have a smaller eye. And then I did also find, this is from the Cream Shop, and it's a mascara. It's supposed to separate, lengthen, and curl, and also help them grow healthy. And it's a infused fibers for anime-like eyes, and it's an anime mascara from the Cream Shop. Also from TJ Maxx, also $5. It just caught my attention. I thought I'd give it a try. And then the eyeshadow palette we'll be using today is from Revolution, and it is the Amethyst palette. A girlfriend did give this to me for my birthday a few weeks ago, and I've actually used it many times already. My looks for the past like few weeks have pretty much all been from this palette, but these colors are so pretty and it works really well. They blend nicely, they're nice and rich and pigmented and go on well. So that's the eyeshadow palette we'll be using today. But yeah, let's I guess get started. I'm going to start with just my, what's that called, primer, and I am using this ZC one from their Alice in Wonderland line. And my skin is currently kind of dry. I had a cold the other week and my skin dried out from that, especially around my nose from all the nose blowing. I'm finally completely recovered from the cold, but the runny nose hasn't gone away. And I've been like sneezing a lot, but it could also just be allergy related because I am allergic to the air, basically. My cats, the outside, dust, and I've been, you know, slowly prepping things for moving, so there's been lots of dust. Let's start there, because I am moving, and that's a big part of a lot of what's going on in my life. I am moving in with my boyfriend Bryant. We have been dating for over a year and a half now. It'll be 2 years come November, so we're close to 2 years. And I am moving to where he lives in Portsmouth, Virginia. And I currently live in Richmond, Virginia, so I'll be leaving Richmond to move to Portsmouth. And but first, I have my handyman. You guys might remember my handyman from, he redid my bathroom here. He's been my handyman for the past like 3 or 4 years. He's amazing. But he actually agreed to go out to Bryant's, which is an hour and a half away, to do some work for me out there. We are renovating Bryant's detached garage so that I'll have a workspace. I'll be setting up my little recording studio, and all of my art stuff will all be out there. So they're still working on that. That's probably going to be a few more weeks before that's done. And then once that's completed, I should be able to start the actual physically moving stuff. And so the physically moving stuff should begin at the end of this month, August. And then hopefully that'll all be done by the end of September. And I'll be able to get a few things done to this house here to get it ready to put on the market, because I'm going to sell it. So, but since I am moving, I am not renewing my P.O. box. So if you see my P.O. box address anywhere, don't use it. Because it gets renewed, I think this week. I'm supposed to go renew it, but I'm not going to, so I'm going to go turn in my key, so I won't have access to it anymore after the next couple of days. But I'm moving an hour and a half away. There's no point in keeping this P.O. box. Just going to start with this fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go into this sparkly light purple, and I'm just going to dust that all over my eyelid for a base. This isn't the brush I would normally use for this, but apparently I did not bring my favorite brush. So I'm just going to make do, because I'm not running back upstairs. But yeah, I'm hoping to have the house on the market and sold by the new year, so that I can go on the Gothic Cruise in, is it February 2024? It's February or March of 2024 is the next Gothic Cruise. They used to be in September, but the last one was last September, which I did go on, and I did a video for you guys, and then the next one's not going to be until this coming March. And if I sell my house in time, I'll have money, and I will be back on the Gothic Cruise. I'm really, really hoping to go. Vessel of Blood has become the Gothic Cruise spokesperson, so she's actually going to be on it, and I would really love to meet her and hang out and all that sort of stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, she actually went on the cruise ship we'll be going on. She went on a cruise with Zeta, who runs the Gothic Cruise, just to experience cruising for the first time, so that the Gothic Cruise won't be her first time. And I'll try to link her video down in the description box, at least, if not up in the cards somewhere. I'm not sure. Can I link another person's videos up in the cards? Maybe. I don't know. I'll definitely link it down in the description box, so you can go check her out, because she is on the cruise ship that we will be on for the Gothic Cruise. So she already got in advance, because this is the first time. I've been going on the Gothic Cruise since like 2013, and I've only missed like 2 or 3 years in there, but this is the first time we've ever gone on Norwegian Cruise Line, so I'm really excited. I can't wait to check out the new cruise line. But all this depends on me getting my act together, getting the house ready for sale, and selling it by the new year. But hopefully we'll get all that done. I'm going to go in with some black and put that on the outside of my eye. And I did already get approved and pay for my table and reserve my room for the next Dark Force Fest. So I was approved again to vend Dark Force Fest. It's my favorite thing to vend every year. This will be my, I want to say 3rd year vending it, or maybe 4th year. I think it's just this will just be my 3rd year vending it, because the first year I was supposed to vend, COVID happened and it got canceled. So this will be my 3rd year vending it coming up, and that's not until the end of April. But that's it's in New Jersey. It's in, we sell out. We've already sold out the entire hotel. It's this huge hotel. They have overflow hotels, and it's 3 days long. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It even goes pretty late on Sunday, like till 8 p.m. on Sunday, which is crazy for a convention. But it's going to be bands playing nonstop the whole weekend. Plus, of course, they have vendors and panels like a normal convention, all sorts of awesome, cool stuff. It's so much fun. It's so amazing. You meet so many just awesome people. So that's another thing I suggest if you get a chance to do it. Dark Force Fest in New Jersey in April. So yeah, if you're looking for big Gothic events to do, we've got the Gothic Cruise coming up in March, we've got Dark Force Fest coming up in April. And just more locally, I'm vending at a friend's goth night in Petersburg, Virginia. It's actually the goth night that Bryant and I met at, but at the time she was having it in Williamsburg, Virginia, and that's where we met because Williamsburg is directly between where he lives, Portsmouth, and where I live in Richmond. And but they had to quit for a while with venue problems, but they're finally starting it back up again, and this time it's going to be in Petersburg, Virginia, which is only like half hour from where I live in Richmond, and I'm looking forward to that. That's actually in a couple of weeks. And then I'm doing another small local event where he lives in Portsmouth, or I think it's technically Norfolk, but that area of Virginia. Another friend's family owns a brewery called I think it's Maker's Mark Brewery or something like that. But they do fun events too. I've actually seen a live shadow cast with Barry Boswick, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, because a friend of mine is a cast member, and she does the shadow cast for Rocky Horror, and I actually got to see that live shadow cast performance also at this brewery, and Barry Boswick was a guest, and Barry Boswick played Brad, so that was fun. That was amazing. And but they also do other events, and they're doing a punk and goth market, like little flea market crafter type thing coming up in September, and I signed up for that as well. Okay, let's see, what do I want to put on the inside of my eye? Something probably, I'm going to go in with this like pinkish color here because I don't think I've even used that one yet. And I'm just going to put that on the inside of my eye, coming towards that black. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my finger with that one that I brushed all over the eyelid as the base. I'm just going to take my finger into that one and just pat it right in the center, so it just adds a little bit of brightness here. Okay, and I did go a little heavy-handed, so I do have a bit of fallout, but let me get rid of the tape. Okay, so next I am just going to go in and do my base face, and I'm just using powder today. Again, this is from ZC, from their Alice in Wonderland line. As you can see, I've really liked this. I've actually hit pan, which isn't something I do a lot, but yeah, I really like that. And I'm just going to dust that all over my face. Like I mentioned, my skin is dry, but fortunately with these lights, you won't be able to see what I'm seeing, which will be this powder sticking to all the dry skin. And next I'm just going to take this black eyeliner, which is also from ZC, and I'm just going to line under my eyes. And also, if I say I'm about to put on makeup and then I cut a bunch out and suddenly I have makeup on, it's because when I look in the mirror, I'm going out of frame, and I don't want you to watch just the top of my head for however long. But yeah, I have like this whole like moving thing coming up. I hate moving. Moving is my least favorite thing in the entire world. I'm especially not looking forward to moving the cats, for Monster and Jasmine. This is only the second place they've ever lived, pretty much, because like Jasmine was born in my closet at my old house up in Centerville, Virginia, and Monster was like 2 weeks old when I got her at that house. So they only ever knew that house than this house. And Jasmine did not take the transition well between that house and this house. So I'm really nervous about her, worried about her, between this house and the next house. And also, Brian's house is a little bit smaller than mine, and I do have 3 cats, so I'm a little nervous, hoping all that works out okay. Fortunately, they are a little older, so maybe not as destructive as they were a few years ago. But I don't know. I have a lot of anxiety about all of this. And then there's just all my stuff, like, how did I take over a 3-bedroom house? 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. I've completely taken it over. It's completely full of my stuff. Every room is jam-packed of stuff. And it's like, how did I do that? How did I manage to completely take over 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with all my stuff, with just my stuff? like, I have too much stuff, and I am going to try and get rid of a lot of it, but there's a lot, of course, I don't want to get rid of, because, like, I want to keep all my craft stuff, but again, that'll be going into the garage, because that'll become my craft studio. But, you know, I don't want to, important things for me to keep would be my kitchen stuff, my craft stuff, and my clothes. And I am still working on paring down my clothing collection. I do still have close to 100 things on Poshmark right now. I have a huge pile of more stuff that I need to list. And then, of course, I keep doing the buying things at Goodwill. Actually, once I'm done with my makeup, that's what I'll be filming, as a Goodwill haul. So I keep, you know, I'm not buying a lot of stuff to sell, because a lot of what I've been buying at Goodwill I've been buying for me, but that's also a problem, because I've been getting rid of my old stuff so that I'm like, oh look, I can fill these hangers with new stuff, you know, new to me stuff. So that's been kind of a funny, weird problem, where I'm like, at least I'm doing Goodwill though. At least I'm not spending as much money. I'm not doing like all the, because for a while there I was doing like a Killstar haul every week, and, you know, Ramwi and Shein weekly, and I'm trying to not do as much of that, and trying to satisfy that desire for new clothing, which I'm kind of obsessed with. It's kind of my obsession, clothing, by doing the Goodwill stuff. So, but some of the stuff I'm buying at Goodwill, I'm also buying specifically just to sell, on top of all the stuff I'm trying to get rid of from my own closet. But again, that's also sort of a hobby thing. That's sort of a, let's see if we can find any hidden gems, because, you know, half the time the stuff I buy to resell, I'm lucky if I break even on it, because, you know, after Poshmark takes their 20%, the amount I'd sell it for isn't much more than what I paid for it, and then minus the 20%, I'm lucky if I'm breaking even on a lot of the stuff. But I have made money off of some things as well, because I have really found some treasures. But, you know, you don't know what people are going to be interested in. I buy what I like, but that doesn't mean it's always going to translate into what someone else would want to pay, and want to pay enough for me to make $1 or $2 off of it. But yeah, so that's that. Okay, let me get into some contouring here. Did I even bring my contour brush? And apparently I forgot my contour brush as well, so I'm just going to use this blush brush, and I'm using this, I've been using this forever, for years. It still smells good, it smells like chocolate. But it's probably the wrong brush for this, but let's just, I don't heavily contour, it'll be fine. I'm just trying to emphasize that cheekbone a little. Okay, and then I'm just going to put on, this is going to be my highlight as well as a blush replacement, because I don't really do blush that much anymore. But this is the Heroin Glow 2 by Juvia's Place, and it's really pretty, and also slightly darker, because it has like a pink and gold swirl, and I think that does a nice highlighty blush replacement thing. And also usually I would contour kind of here under the chin, but since I didn't bring my proper contour brush, I'm not even going to bother with that. And also sometimes I'll do like the highlight down the T-zone here, but I'm not going to bother with that today either. Oh, it is time to try one of these new products though, this mascara. Ooh, and I forgot about the eyebrows. I'll have to do those in a minute as well. This is that Anime, the Cream Shop. They had a lot of, TJ Maxx had a lot of Cream Shop products, and a lot of it was like Hello Kitty and other type of, you know, branded themed things. But let's see. It's an interesting thin wand. Let's give this a go. I don't know if you can see that, but this eye doesn't have any on it yet. Okay, so far what I'll say is I do like this kind of thin narrow wand for the bottom lashes, but as far as the top lashes go, I mean, it does a good job of separating, but it's not very voluminous or lengthening. Like I was hoping, because it said it was a fiber mascara, that would do that fiber mascara lengthening thing. but it doesn't really seem to be doing that. So I'm going to put a layer on the other eye, and then I'm going to get my Essence mascara. That's my favorite, and that'll give me a little more oomph and volume. I did get a little bit of mascara on my eye, so I'm going to brush that off. So this mascara, I mean, for $5, it was worth trying, but there's nothing special about it. Like, anime eyes is a lie. There's nothing even close to anime eyes about this mascara. It's very, I don't know. It's good for the bottom lashes. I like it on the bottom lashes, but it's not doing anything for my top lashes. You know, like it claims, what does it claim here? Separate, lengthen, curl, and stimulate healthy lash growth. So maybe the stimulate healthy lash growth part will work. It does separate, but I'm not really getting lengthening or curling from it. And it claims to be infused fibers for anime-like eyes. And then says volumizing, lengthening, smudge proof. So not volumizing at all. Really not that lengthening. I've definitely had better fiber mascaras. And I'm just going to go into my Lash Princess by Essence. This is one of my, probably my favorite mascara, and they're also only $5 a tube. Now it's probably a touch more clumping because it is more volumizing, which tends to clump lashes more, but I don't know if you can see. This is with the Essence, and this is with just the Creme Shop. But yeah, I feel like the Essence side definitely has more volume and even length. Now, even though I did get the magnetic eyelashes, I'm not going to put fake eyelashes on today. I just wanted to go a little light today, just do the mascara. But yeah, I think this makes a nice base for this actually, because I feel like this is working better than normal with this as the base. But still, this is definitely a more volumizing and lengthening mascara than this one was. But I'm actually going to do one more coat of this one just because the brush is good at separating, and I did clump them a little bit there. Actually, I think that worked out pretty well. Let's see here. What do we have left? Okay, still have these brow powders. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like, I've lost track of everything I've talked about so far. Mostly, I think I've just talked about the moving. But well, this is interesting. Oh, I see. Okay, I was like, oh, that's interesting packaging. It turns into like a little benefit, like one of those little cardboard ones. So that's pretty cool. The magnet, there's a magnet in there, and once it gets used to being bent right, it'll keep it shut. But it's like pops open real easy right now because it's not used to being bent like that. But all right, and I am going to go in with that purple one because, you know, my look is purple today. And we're just going to give that a try. I mean, it's not terrible. But honestly, my eyeshadows that I use, I think, work actually better. I need to wax my eyebrows soon too, because I've really let them get out of control. But you know, this isn't terrible. This isn't bad. I was kind of hoping that maybe a specific brow powder would somehow maybe last longer or work better, but of course I won't know until I've actually worn it for a while. But I feel like using just the eyeshadows to do the same thing. You don't need the specific little kit for that, but it is really cute to have, and I do like that it has the bright colors, and it was only $1.25 because it's from the Dollar Tree. So no, that's not a terrible purchase, and I am excited to try some of those other colors in the future. And then I guess last is just going to be the lips, and I want to use both of these, so I'm actually going to, okay, so what the colors I did get were Smoked Silver and Copper Rose, and I'm going to use both just for fun. Yeah, I'll probably mix it all together and make it even in a minute, but I do want to see what the two colors look like. So I'm actually going to put the Copper Rose on my bottom lip and the Smoked Silver on my top lip. But yeah, with the moving thing, like, I'm hoping to be able to keep up with doing my videos throughout this whole process, but there might come a time where I might have to go silent for a week or two to get everything together. But you know, I might also make videos of getting ready to sell, and I intend to have a couple yard sales because I do want to get rid of a bunch of stuff and not send it, you know, maybe make $1 or $2 off of it, not send it all to Goodwill. I've already done a few Goodwill trips, you know, dropped some stuff off, but I also, there's a few things I'd like to maybe get a couple dollars for if I can. And I found out I can have yard sales here, so I'm going to see if I can get my neighbors if want to do a neighborhood yard sale, because I think that would be fun if we all had a little, like, did a little yard neighborhood flea market-y thing here. But we'll see. Oh, this is probably sealed. It's probably why I'm having problems opening it. There we go. Okay, this one is the copper one. This one I'm doing on the bottom lip. And I tried to rub my lips together, which is exactly what I don't want to do if I'm doing a different color on the top lip. But very creamy. Could also be because it's very warm today. But very, very metallic, which I do love. I do love a good metallic lipstick. But of course, this is just a tube lipstick, so it's not going to have any sort of dry down staying power or anything like that. And here is the Silver Smoke Metallic. Okay, that one isn't anywhere near as good going on as the copper. And because I did have a little copper on my lip, it's also even hard to, it mixed in a lot. But it's nowhere near as opaque and sheer as the copper one. I feel like it's, or the opposite of sheer. Opaque. It's nowhere near as opaque as the copper one. Let me put some on my hand just to give you an idea there. I mean, not bad, but it's just more sheer. But, you know, obviously I've got to make this all one color. I just wanted to see what the two different colors looked like. Put this on just so you can see the two colors next to each other. Here's the two colors next to each other. But they're very creamy. They both feel really nice. I'm going to actually add the silver gray to the copper at the bottom. This is pretty mixed up top. And mixing the two colors actually creates a really neat smoky, like purple shade. Mixing that copper with this smoky silver metallic. And it's still very metallic. You can see there, but yeah, it's definitely got a more purple hint to it mixing the two, which is great because, you know. And these were $1.25 each as well because they were from the dollar store. They are both by Maybelline. So let me just find a wipe to get all this lipstick off my hand before I transfer it to everything, because like I said, this will not dry down. This is not transfer proof. This is going to be everywhere in a minute. And we're just going to finish off with this Hard Candy Long Wear finishing spray. And I think we're finished getting ready now. I can go film my Goodwill haul. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not sure if there were other things I wanted to talk about, but let me just do a closing synopsis here. Don't use my P.O. box anymore. If you see the Mechanicsville address P.O. box anywhere, because I'm not going through every video and scrubbing it, but I am scrubbing it from the About Me page. But I won't go through every video, and because I have over 300 videos. And I don't remember when I started adding it there, but I'm not going to go through and try to delete it from all of those. So if you see the Mechanicsville P.O. box address, please don't use that anymore. If for some reason you really need to have my address for something, send me a message on Instagram and I will send you whichever current address I'm using. Hopefully once I get settled over in Portsmouth, I will get a new P.O. box. And also please feel free to check out links in the description box below, because I'll have my Poshmark listed there. I don't really have anything on my Etsy right now. I have like a couple of small things, but I am going to be you know, for the move, definitely shutting down the Etsy, and I'm going to be doing the Poshmark right up until I can't anymore. But I am still, you know, I'm still trying to sell a bunch of clothes, and a lot of it is old stuff from my wardrobe, and some of it is some of these Goodwill finds. But if you watch my videos, you'll know which piece, you know, what comes from where. Now, on one hand, I have all this building anxiety about all the changes because I'm like a cat. I don't handle change well. But on the other hand, I've been ignoring all these worries and anxieties, and therefore procrastinating a little too much because I'm not feeling the urgency. But I'm going to have to get it together because, you know, I'm spending a lot of my savings on these renovations. And I also made sure that I would have a chunk to take care of, you know, bills in the house and everything until I can get it sold. But I do have to still, you know, obviously pay my mortgage and stuff until I sell the house. As you guys know, I took a year off of work, so I've been unemployed, and I've just, what income I have, I've mostly been living off of savings. But I have supplemented my income a little bit between the Poshmark and the vending dates and stuff, but mostly I've been living off of savings, and savings isn't going to last forever. And once I get settled, you know, in Portsmouth with Bryant, then I'll start looking for a job again. But right now, I mean, I have a little leeway, but at the same time, I can't drag this out forever. But I'm stressed, but I'm ignoring the stress at the same time. I may have been getting a little carried away with my Delta 8 in the evenings, because, you know, in the evenings when you're getting ready for bed is when your brain starts stressing you out about stuff. So I've been kind of overly self-medicating by kind of obliterating myself with the Delta 8, taking a little more than I need, you know, as opposed to just the enough I need to relax and sleep. I've been kind of obliterating myself into sleep. If you take things like Delta 8, you'll probably understand what I'm talking about. But that's been part of me, like, avoiding dealing with, you know, the change that is coming. But at the same time, I know I'm going to have to, like, I guess right now the one hold up is I can't really do anything until the renovations are finished on that garage, because that's where most of my stuff is going to get moved to. So until those renovations are complete, there's not a lot I can do. I have been, as I said, pulling stuff for yard sales, and then there were some other things I pulled that just went to Goodwill because I didn't think they'd be worth trying to sell at a yard sale. So I am doing little bits here and there. Also the getting rid of my clothes thing, so, you know, one USPS package at a time, getting stuff out of the house that way. But still, I just have so much stuff, guys. I mean, you could probably just see from my background of my craft room how, like, ridiculously full of stuff everything is. My whole house is like this, and I don't know how I did this. Well, I do. Pandemic. During the pandemic, that's when I started, you know, my YouTube channel was a few months before the pandemic started, like almost a year before the pandemic started is when I actually started. But then the pandemic happened, and then what did I do the whole time? I, you know, spent my money on hauls. I was doing, like, during, like, the season right now, I would have done normally if I were working and not going through this process of moving. I would probably have already done 2 or 3 Halloween hauls with another 4 or 5 coming. But I'm not doing that this year. There might be 1 or 2 if I can find those things I'm looking for, which you know, but I'm going to try not to give in to the impulse shopping because I already have a ton of stuff I need to move. And we're already combining 2 households in a slightly smaller space. So I need to stop with all the stuff. And I do have, I still have to make one more TEMU order because I do have a bunch of TEMU credit that I need to use up. But yeah, anyway, I think you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm stressed, and my brain is dealing with it by shutting down. But I'll get there. Everything will, I always, like, even when I procrastinate, I always get it done in the end, and it'll be fine. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. You've been here with me through so much, so many of my life changes, and I just really love you guys and appreciate you, and thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm going to stop rambling, and then when I watch this video back, I'm going to be like, why didn't I talk about this or that or the other thing? But we'll just have to do another chatty get ready with me another day. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, of course you can give me a thumbs down, and please tell me all about it in the comments below. And please subscribe to the channel. And I hope everyone is just staying happy, healthy, and safe in this incredibly crazy world we're living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.